I'm Daemonxel, and this is your Eve Echoes weekly news update, where we take a deep dive into all the happenings of the week. But first, if you can tag that subscribe button, ring that bell, share and like the video, then you can stay up to date with everything that this channel has to offer. Now, like I've said previously, we're going to be splitting up the weekly updates now into two sections. The first going to be the internal game news, everything that's going on with the game, and the second video being about the community news. Now, this one right here, we're going to be talking about everything that's going on in the game from the game point of view. That includes the patch notes, that includes dev Q&A, and a look to the future of what's going on for the months to come. Okay, so we have our patch notes from February 23rd as the servers came back up. Now, what this patch is introducing is the new Concord Pass, Season 7, and we're going to get into that after we discuss everything else, because we do have a new Nanocore that's out. It's a little bit weaker than the Ascension Core in some aspects, such as flight velocity, but it is stronger in other areas. Now, there was only two optimizations this week, and that was that they added a filter and search in the Corporation combat log. So it's going to help you guys find out specific kills that you're looking for. That could be months down, behind you, but you want to relive that kill or share that kill that happened. So that's going to be a good thing that we're going to be able to filter through and search for specific pilots or specific. I'm not sure if it's specific ships we can search for, but it gives us that function to be able to search out specifics. Alright, and the other is to reduce unnecessary losses. Pilots can't reprocess multiple nanocores or reprocess nanocores with other items together. It can only be done separately. So if you have that old nanocore and you want to crush it down and get what you can for it, you're going to have to do each one individually. Now, if you haven't reprocessed a nanocore in the past, when you do break it down, it's only going to give you some of the items back that you use to build these up. So, you're looking at your chips, you're looking at your data banks, things of that nature that you use to upgrade the nano. So you're going to be able to use that. Now, they say there were two bug fixes this week, and the first was that they fixed the issue where the ships weren't returned in the ship rental project. Pilots can view their ships and personal assets and locate their positions. If ships still cannot be found, please contact the customer support for help to get those ships back. And the second one, they fixed the issue where Cosmic Anomaly combat progress wasn't saved after server maintenance. So before, if you were working that rally point and you were on the last wave right before the servers went down and you docked up expecting to finish it out when you log back in, and then when you got there, lo and behold, you're back at wave 1. To tell you the truth, I kind of like it better the old way. I mean, when it reset and you still had that, there was, a chance to get better loot, especially from the rally points. But I could see the point in, such as Inquisitors, you have to redo the entire Inquisitor just to get the loot boxes. But on a rally point, it was kind of better because you get more of that debris. Alright, moving along, let's look at the Splendid coupon store, which will be going away at the end of the month, on the 28th. So if you still have some of those Splendid coupons, you only have a limited amount of time to cash them in to get whatever you can from the store. I don't know if they're going to be bringing this event back, so, spend it while you have it. Don't stockpile those coupons. Okay, with the introduction of the new Clear Sky Core, that's the new Nanocore with this Season 7 Concord Pass, we do have some, I guess you could say, OP stats for certain ships. As if the Interceptors needed a buff, if you got the core for your Interceptors, you'll be happy to know that the main attribute you can choose from is either 21% Warp Disruptor optimal range, so you can send those warp servers even further out. You can, of course, this one is not really valid. It shares the same thing as the Interdictor, so the 21% Interdictor Sphere launcher field range. Obviously, you're going to want that for your Interdictor. It has no relevance here. But the other one to choose from your main attribute would be +2 to Warp Scrambler Warp Jammer Strength. So that's going to give you a +2. Now remember, that +2 is only for the hull. That's not +2 for every scram that you have on your mids. So don't expect to have a Warp Scrambler Strength of, say, 20 to stop a, 4-slotted Aura stabbed Coveter. It's not going to happen solo. Now, another good ship to get this core on would be the Vexor. Well, not so much for the original Vexor or the VNI, but your Vexor 2, it would be beautiful, because The main attributes on the Vexor 2 is 18% drone damage, or you can get your your defensive stat of 22.50% armor. And that's what they advertise this core as, the choice between offensive or defensive stats. And the third is that flight velocity, the plus 21. Now, you won't find that flight velocity on the faction battleships such as the Nightmare core. It was on the old Ascension core, but it's only on certain ships this go around. Now, as you can see, as the secondary stats, it's a wide variety of things you can choose from drone range, flight velocity of the drones, the tracking speed of the drones, inertial modifiers, your repair amount. It's a good core for this ship. I don't know about the sniper or anything, but definitely on a Vexor 2, you're going to be hitting things harder than a Daemonxel. Now remember, hopefully you didn't do what I did on this new Concord Pass, which was grab the rewards before the pass expired, which me on my alts I forgot to do. So bye-bye all those things that I worked on and earned. So remember, don't be like Damon. Don't make that mistake. So the Concord Pass this month is pretty much straightforward, with the optimal skin being the MOA Panda permanent skin for your MOA variety ships. And as you can see here, it actually looks pretty good. I would think that the people from the Executive Corp of Silent Alliance, would want this skin, considering the Corp is panned. But that's neither here or there. But it is a nice skin if you do regular fly MOA Guardian or MOA in general. Now, one thing, if you are a returning player, you'll notice that they have a new Welcome Back to New Eden campaign for players who have been, I guess, out of Omega for a little while. One of my alts was, during the war, there was really no sense for me running him, so I didn't pay for him for about a month or 2 months. And when I got back, it gives me a few things, considering it treats it like a returning player. It's an 8-day calendar with... it's not much. You're gonna get 50,000 skill points. You're gonna get a skill chip for the Destroyer Command Level 3, which if you don't find the storage, you can just get those skill points back. You're gonna get 200 insurance points. You're gonna get a tungsten age nanocore as the 8th day. So you could be looking to get some money out of that if the RNG gods are with you when you open that box. And the other one is just the celebration anniversary skin box, where you can pick between the 4 sets of skins. Now, I don't believe that this is what the actual Welcome Back campaign is going, because the devs have told us in the content creator section that the month of March they're going to be focusing on retaining new players as well as enticing old players back with rewards and such to bring them back. I don't think that this is part of that. I could be wrong. That I hope this isn't just that, because it's really not a lot to entice a player back with just these. Now this calendar right here is running until the 17th of March, but we won't know until we're closer to March to see exactly what that Welcome Back campaign is exactly going to feature. Now, some good news for the future. If you enjoy the DIR Faction Warfare version, it is going to be making a permanent residency within the game. After the devs have collected all the feedback from the players, the devs have decided to make this a permanent addition to Faction Warfare, which I know a lot of people are going to enjoy. I myself love that content. It's fun. It's fast. Yeah, nothing more. They are going to be working on other modes for Faction Warfare as well. We don't have that information yet, but it's good to see that, this is going to be stinking around a little bit longer. Now, I don't have the latest weekly developer Q&As. All I have is the ones that have been published last, which was, from the 9th to the 15th. Let's go over those right now. And obviously the first question is going over exactly what we just spoke about with the, other modes of Faction Warfare. They say right here that the Faction Warfare will have a permanent spot, and they will be adding other modes, but they can't share us the details. Like I said, as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know, and we'll go from there. The next question is asking about a PC client for Eve Echoes. Many other mobile games do this. Some people play prefer Eve Echoes to Eve Online, but the performance struggles on certain emulators. The devs basically say, now, just for the record, NetEase does have their own client for their games, for their mobile games, but it's just not endorsed for this particular game. They basically state that for now, a PC client is not in the plan. They do focus more on adding variety to the game experience for pilots and optimizing that operation on a mobile device at this point instead of moving forward. However, I will say I've been experimenting with the new BlueStacks 5, and it is running so much smoother than the old BlueStacks. I'm not getting any lag, I'm not getting any heavy memory usage spikes, and they do advertise the BlueStacks 5 as a much less RAM intensive version of BlueStacks, and I'm running a multi-instance with 2 clients open at the same time. And just to give it some relevance here, I was able to run both those clients and play Final Fantasy XIV on another screen, as well as trying it while playing Lost Ark. Yes, that's right, I do play other games other than Eve Echoes, which I may bring to the channel. I'm still up in the debate of adding other content to this channel for other video games. I'm probably going to lean more towards turning my other personal YouTube account into something like that, like Daemonxel Gaming or something like that. But let's get back to Eve Echoes here. Now, the second round of questions was, the Capsule Outposts have a skin icon on the fitting page. Will we ever see skins to change the model of our outposts? And as you know, the devs are hard at work at creating new content, not so much fixing old broken content or, pushing back a balance another 6 months. But they've been hard at work to make, and they're very excited to see that Capsule and Corporation Outposts with their own skins, and they're going to release this feature at a proper time in the future. So, I know, and those of you that say in the comments, I know the art team is separate from the development team. I know, I'm busting their balls here, all right? Now, the next one is talking about the Rorqual, which is part of the new big industrial patch, which we have coming up just before I believe it's going to be before the April rebalancing that we should have gotten back in October. And I am pretty excited about that rebalancing. I want to see exactly how they're going to buff interceptors again. I can hear your groans right now. And that's even saying, and I make the joke that, the devs' excuse to building, fixing industry is just to bring out 3 industry capital ships. I highly doubt that's going to fix industry. But let's go to the question. It says, as an ex-Rorqual pilot from EVE Online, can we expect it to have the added to EVE Echoes as a mass resource collector for Corps? And if we can expect it, then will it also be limited to the low nullsec, as well as have the ability to compress ores? And they say here, I guess they push the industry patch back to May. It says here, in the May update, we will introduce 3 ore ships, the Noctis, Orcta, and the Rorqual. The compress feature of the Rorqual will appear in a new way, and as the key to the Corporation mineral collection, it will also be limited to low and null sec. So yeah, those capital ships, like other capital ships, you're not going to see them in high sec at all. And even if you're not an indie player, I will suggest just go on YouTube and look up the Battle Orca. I'm telling you, I'm going to be making a Battle Orca. I'll make a video when I make the Battle Orca, but it's a beautiful thing, turning an industry ship into a beautiful engine of death and destruction. All right, and we're going to finish up this week's game news with the Plex market report. Now, Plex has jumped up past 2 million per Plex. We're looking at prices of 2.2 to 2.3, and even in the last few days it was up to 2.4. So the days of seeing it below 2 million per Plex are gone. Expect it just to keep going, bouncing up and down, and just keep, steadily climbing up. Basically, as well as the game is alive, you're going to see that it's just going to keep climbing. The days of having cheap Plex are over. Now watch, like next week that the Plex prices drop to 1.4, just to spite me. But we'll see. All right, that's going to do it for me. Now, be sure to be on the lookout for the community section of this week's update, which should be maybe a day or 2 days behind this video, as well as I dropped the ball. We recorded another Content Creator Summit video. This one all about insurance, where we were drinking while discussing it, because I don't think you can discuss insurance in this game sober. But be sure to look out for that video, which will be dropping as well in the next couple of days. I just have to edit it out. But if you need more news in your life, I suggest, checking out our affiliates, our friends, not so much sponsors, but check out the Sky News Network on YouTube. Now, that is the premier Russian news network for Eve Echoes. They got a great production team over there, and don't worry, their videos will be subtitled in English, so that you can follow along if you're not Russian, or speak, Cyrillic, or read Cyrillic. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I've only had 4 hours sleep in the past 48 plus hours, so just kind of bear with me right now. Also, check out Rambo's The Echoes of New Eden podcast with his new co-hosts, Taylor, as well as Ethereal Mind. Now, if you haven't listened to it, the format is great. It's really good to listen, hearing him bounce everything between the hosts and everything. It's a good listen. So definitely go check out his site. And with that, I'm going to try and take a nap before work, but until I talk to you guys again, have a great week, have a great weekend, fly safe, and remember, we're always one vision, one purpose, one front, one eternal staying awake, never to sleep again. Yeah. Anyway, have a great time. Talk to you guys later.